Hello and welcome to Influencer, where we teach you how to improve your English easily yet effectively. Even the most confident person who has prepared his or her best can be completely frazzled during a job interview. You may have done everything right, created the perfect CV, dressed your best, practiced multiple times before the interview. But one wrong move or a badly answered question can change the outcome of your interview. In today's video, we will be focusing on 3 frequently asked interview questions. While these questions may appear simple on the surface, how you answer it can reveal a lot about you and your work ethics. In this video, we will provide a few tips and strategies to help you form the best possible answers to these 3 simple yet tricky questions. Question number 1. What are your weaknesses? Questions about strengths and weaknesses are extremely common in job interviews across domains. More often than not, people are brutally honest about their weaknesses, and they tend to harp on a quality that the interviewer may not want in their prospective employee. The reason an employer asks this question is not just to find out what your weaknesses are. This question is aimed at understanding different facets of your personality and to also figure out what kind of an individual you are. When asked such a question, do not think that saying 3 random weaknesses qualifies as a good answer. For example, a weakness is that I'm always late. I have a problem with meeting deadlines, and I'm also unable to multitask. Now let's take the first example. If you're someone who cannot be on time and mention this as your weakness, the interviewer may think that you're not committed to work and you also do not value someone else's time. Some candidates also think that they will be viewed in a good light by mentioning weaknesses such as, I'm too hardworking, I'm very confident, I'm extremely detail-oriented. Please keep in mind that such answers do not impress an interviewer. In fact, it might make you seem haughty. When you're asked a question like, what are your weaknesses, you need to show the interviewer that you recognize your weaknesses. That's step 1. Step 2 is showcasing that you're working on improving yourself and overcoming your weaknesses. Let's review some example answers so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. If you're asked this question and you think being on time is not your strong suit, this is what you can say. I used to have a problem with being late. However, I realized that this was a hindrance to my progress as an individual and a contributor in any company. I have now started pre-planning my mornings and completing a few tasks ahead of time so that my mornings are relatively free and I do not have to waste time on things like picking out my clothes, booking a cab, etc. If you think multitasking is a problem for you, this is how you can go about answering this question. A weakness I would like to talk about is multitasking. Earlier, I would end up missing deadlines and have a list of unfinished work by the end of the day, especially when I would have multiple things to finish. I set about tackling this problem by planning out my days in advance and also by setting reminders for important deadlines. This actually helped me understand if I was achieving preset milestones, and it also helped me finish multiple projects efficiently. The next question is, tell us what you do not like about your current job. Now this is yet another tricky question. Many candidates are often tempted to badmouth the company they are working for or even badmouth their bosses. This actually raises a red flag with the interviewer, who might think that you are a disgruntled employee. In addition, they may also think that you will repeat this behavior if and when you leave the company you're currently interviewing with. What interviewers are looking for is for you to give them a balanced answer. A good response to this question would be to not talk negative things about your last job or the company that made you leave. Rather, focus on the factors that you're looking for in your new company that were not present in your previous company. An example response to this question would be, while I like my company's culture, my role stagnated quite a bit over time. Since there are no new things that we are able to try out, my learning has also been at a standstill. In addition, I do not see a clear growth progression. These are also the reasons why I'm looking for a new job. The final question is, why have you been out of work? Now, this is an often asked question, especially for people who have had long career gaps. If you took a break voluntarily, that is to take care of a family member or have had health issues, answering this question is pretty easy. However, if you were terminated from a job and there is a record to prove that you were fired for a specific cause, such as non-performance, bad attitude, etc., be honest about it without giving a lengthy explanation. Do not gossip about your former employer. You should also display that you are aware of why you were let go in the first place and list out the steps you have taken to remedy that fault. If you were laid off due to COVID-19 because of company shutting down or downsizing, you can list out these reasons as well. However, make sure that you tell them all the things you did to add to your skills or improve yourself during your unemployment gap. For example, I took on freelance opportunities. I served as a consultant for a few businesses. I completed multiple courses to improve my skills, among other things. Here's a way to answer this question. My company incurred a huge loss due to the pandemic, and unfortunately, I was one of the employees who was affected. However, this had little to do with my performance at work. In addition, during this time, I have worked on adding to my skill set and have also completed multiple certifications. That brings us to the end of this video. Leave us a few comments to let us know if you found this useful. We'd love for you to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel as we bring you more such content every week. This is Influencer signing off.